About to go to class. I don't know how I do this every year. Good morning, everybody. Welcome back. I'm actually about to go to class, and I mean, you guys have seen me get ready so many times, so I thought I should actually bring you guys along to school today because I have a jam-packed filled day today. Don't be upset if my lectures look really boring and ugly and terrible. I actually have a 3-hour lecture today, which I actually don't know if I'm gonna last 3 hours in there. I was actually having a dilemma. I woke up really early this morning and then I fell back asleep because it was too early, and it was because I wanted to go pick up a new pair of shoes that I bought. I recently bought Doc Martens for the first time, guys, and I'll show you guys what I got. They're not what you might think from Doc Marten, but I really want to show you guys because I really love them. I need to go pack my lunch and then head over to school. I'm bringing my headphones, and today my schedule is I have a lecture and then I have a 2-hour break where I'm going to eat lunch and study, and then I have 2 back-to-back lectures for 4 hours. Yeah, a 1-hour lecture and then my 3-hour lecture, and then I have a leads meeting for my design team, and then I go home, and it'll be probably like 8 p.m. by that time. So it's a long day, but I don't know. I guess I'm excited. The weather's looking really nice, and yeah. It's the start of a new year, guys, and the start of a new semester, and yes, this means that my uni vlogs and study vlogs are back. Even though I technically could choose my schedule this year, you can see that in my timetable making video that I low-key couldn't actually choose because most of my courses only had 1 lecture section available. And so this basically just means that my schedule this year is looking a little bit screwed up. And on top of that, it just so happens that one of the courses I'm taking only has 1 good professor. And yes, that lecture section for that professor is actually full. So that's all to say that 3rd year is not exactly as stress-free as I thought it was going to be going into it. However, I have changed my schedule around a little bit now, so I do have a bit more time to actually study in between classes. This library I'm studying at right now, as you can see, is actually my favorite library on campus. It's just really close to all of my buildings, and it's not the engineering library. If you know, you know. And like I say every single year, I'm truly trying to stay on top of my work. I know it's such a hard task to do, but I think that the courses that I chose I'm a lot more interested in, so hopefully I actually stay on top of my studying. You all know that I love productivity apps, and I love when everything is super organized, especially for school and also for work. And so Akiflow is actually the perfect app. It's like an all-in-one. Essentially can integrate multiple other apps that you use for productivity into one cohesive workspace. And so this includes Google Calendar, Gmail, Outlook, Teams, Notion, Slack, literally everything, even GitHub, and it basically combines all of your tasks and events into one really neat workflow. And you're just able to see literally everything across every platform in one space, which I think is so helpful, especially because I use so many of these apps for school and also for work. I think one of the coolest features is that you can have a one-on-one session with someone from Akiflow so that you can optimize your workspace. Another cool thing is that you can also add tags, which is really similar to Notion, which I really like. There's also a really interesting AI feature, so the more that you use Akiflow, the more that it'll learn, and it'll also assign specific tasks to specific projects based on how they know you use the workspace. And talking about making things more efficient, they also have a lot of command tools, so there are shortcuts that you can use to essentially do all of these things a lot quicker. You can sign up for Akiflow today using this link right here, and for students there's actually a special 40% discount code, and the code is just also on the screen here. Thank you again to Akiflow for sponsoring this portion of the video. I'm back home now, guys. Today actually killed me. I don't know how I do this every year. I actually don't know how I do this every year. I'm sorry, I'm going a little bit crazy right now. My hair looks crazy, but I actually don't know how I did this last year. I don't know how I did this the year before. I don't know. I'm like spiraling, going through existential crisis. I need to journal in my journal. That's literally why I was listening to a podcast today, because I was literally like, I need to ground myself, because I feel like, again, I'm overthinking and spiraling about things that haven't even happened yet, and that I need to focus on the moment. So for anybody out there that is like me, that's going through a 20s existential crisis, and I'm literally only 20, like I barely became 20 and I'm already going through like 20s spiraling. Don't stress yourself out, because, and I'm just gonna say this now because I also feel like I need to take the advice too, but there's so many things that are coming in your life and just in life in general, and it's not a race. Even though I feel like I need to get a job, or I need to do this and that because everyone else is doing that, and if I don't, I'll be left behind and blah 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 blah. It's literally not a race, and everybody's path is different, and everybody's path is unique and up to them, and that's kind of the beauty of life. And I'm sorry that I'm making this so deep, but I really need to hear that, and I just need to remind myself that this is the moment, and I just make this moment in the present as worthwhile as I can, and I shouldn't focus too much on reminiscing in the past, because the past has happened, the future is yet to come, but this moment is what I make it to be. This year, I've realized that I've picked courses that require assignments every week and quizzes every week. And while this is like a lot of work, it kind of reminds me of second year first semester, where I had 2 math quizzes weekly and they were weighted like really heavy. It actually ensures that I just stay on top of my work every single week. Because in order to do the problem sets, which are exactly what I'm quizzed on, I have to actually learn the material in order to do the assignments. I will say though that when I have a problem set due and I have to study for a quiz, the learning outside of that time is there's just not a lot of time for that. So I have been sort of struggling dealing with actually taking notes outside of lecture and actually doing my individual learning outside of lecture. But anyways, that's sort of something that I'll figure out as the time sort of goes by. My schedule has just been really busy since the start, so we'll see how it gets. Anyways, for those of you that are actually interested in hearing a little bit more about my courses, right now I'm just studying for my 314 course, which is Intro to Energy Systems. This is one of my more area-specific courses, and it's purely an electrical engineering course, which I really enjoy. It's mostly just about converters. I have to say, this is one of the few times where my professor actually is teaching better than the textbook, because the textbook has absolutely nothing in it. Why do I feel like I'm literally in the 90s watching this? Like, this is crazy. A lot of people are also curious about what music I listen to while I study. And guys, I kid you not, I could probably talk about music for literal hours on end, but I'm not gonna bore you guys with that. As of now, my number one artist I think that I've been listening to recently is Keshi, because he just dropped a new album. Guys, if you haven't already, please listen to Requiem. I think it is such a good album. Like, it's crazy that it's only his second album ever, and I already can smell the people thinking, oh, she's just another basic Asian girl that likes Keshi. Guys, no, I listen to like so many different artists. Yes, I do like Keshi, and yes, his new album is really great, and yes, I am a fan of him, but that's not the only thing I listen to. Anyway, if you guys want, you can check out my fall playlist. It has Biba Doobie, Wallows, Sabrina Carpenter, Clairo, and some other underground artists. Yes, don't worry, I will never gatekeep from you guys. Oh my god, guys, I know there's people on my campus that watch my videos because I have friends that tell me, okay? Not to like freak you guys out, I just know, okay? Because my campus, I mean, it's big, but like it's not that big. So if you do ever see me, like, please don't be shy and come up to me. Majority of the time I'm probably by myself and just minding my own business. You are not bothering me whatsoever. I would love it if I got to talk to more of you guys in person and just in real life, because that would be so cool, guys. And yeah, I don't know what else to say. I promise I'm pretty chill.